Beneath the relentless cold, deep within ancient glaciers and remote frozen lakes, secrets lie entombed, preserved for centuries, sometimes millennia, in the icy grip of time. The world's most extreme environments often hold the most astonishing stories, and among the snow and ice, explorers and scientists have stumbled upon discoveries both chilling and profoundly mysterious. These are the strangest things found frozen in ice, each with a backstory that sends a shiver down the spine. Our journey begins high in the European Alps, where a group of hikers in 1991 made a discovery that would captivate the world. At first glance, it seemed like little more than a weathered log protruding from the melting ice. But as they drew closer, they realized it was a human body, remarkably well preserved. This was Ötzi the Iceman, a man who had died over 5,000 years ago. His skin, clothing, and even the contents of his last meal were intact thanks to the ice's protective embrace. What shocked researchers most was the evidence of violence. An arrowhead lodged in his shoulder, deep cuts on his hands, and traces of blood from several individuals on his tools. Ötzi was not just an ancient traveler. He was the victim of a prehistoric murder, a mystery frozen in time. His possessions, a copper axe, a grass cloak, and medicinal fungi, offer a rare window into the lives and deaths of our distant ancestors. From the Alps, we travel to Siberia, a land where permafrost has sealed away the past. Here, in 2016, scientists unearthed the remains of a 39,000-year-old woolly mammoth. The animal's flesh was so well preserved that it still had patches of hair and, astonishingly, liquid blood. This discovery not only stunned paleontologists, but also sparked debates about the possibility of cloning extinct species. Yet, the mammoth's death held secrets of its own. Telltale wounds and a shattered skull suggested it may have fallen victim to ancient predators or even early human hunters. The ice, it seems, is both guardian and storyteller, preserving not just bodies, but the narratives of survival and extinction. But not everything entombed in ice is so ancient or even biological. In 1942, during the height of World War II, a squadron of American fighter planes and bombers was forced to crash land on Greenland's treacherous glaciers after running low on fuel. The men were rescued, but the planes, known as the Lost Squadron, were abandoned and quickly buried under drifting snow and ice. Decades passed. Then, in the late 1980s, an ambitious recovery mission drilled through more than 250 feet of ice to retrieve one of the bombers, a B-17 known as Glacier Girl. Restored to flying condition, the aircraft's journey from entombment to the skies became a testament to human ingenuity and the unforgiving power of nature. Yet some of the strangest finds are the most enigmatic. Deep within the frozen lakes of Siberia, fishermen have occasionally pulled up ancient artifacts, including mysterious metal spheres and carved stones. Some of these objects bear symbols that defy easy explanation, hinting at cultures and technologies lost to history. In 2013, Russian scientists drilling into Antarctica's Lake Vostok, sealed from the outside world for 15 million years, discovered unusual microbial life and, to their astonishment, what appeared to be tiny, man-made fragments embedded in the ice. The origins and purposes of these artifacts remain hotly debated, fueling speculation about forgotten civilizations and visitors from realms beyond our understanding. In the Canadian Yukon, another haunting story emerged from the ice. In 1999, a group of hunters stumbled upon the remains of a young man, later identified as a member of the Champagne and Aishihik First Nations. He had died over 300 years earlier, his body preserved along with his clothing and tools. The local community chose to honor his memory with traditional ceremonies, and the find sparked a revival of cultural practices and language. The ice had not only preserved a life, it had reunited a lost son with his people. Sometimes, the ice reveals tragic tales from more recent times. In the Andes Mountains, a melting glacier in 2005 uncovered the wreckage of a plane that had disappeared decades earlier. Inside were the remains of the passengers, and among them, a diary that chronicled their desperate struggle for survival. The story echoed the infamous 1972 Andes flight disaster, where survivors endured unimaginable hardship before being rescued. These discoveries serve as solemn reminders of nature's indifference and the resilience of the human spirit. Perhaps the most unsettling finds are those that remain unexplained. In the remote reaches of Antarctica, satellite imagery has revealed massive, perfectly geometric shapes lurking beneath the ice. Structures that some suggest could be natural formations, while others whisper about lost cities or secret military installations. Though no conclusive evidence has surfaced, the allure of the unknown continues to draw explorers into the frozen wilderness, driven by the hope of discovering something truly extraordinary. And then there are the creatures, life forms that have adapted to the harshest conditions on Earth. In 2018, scientists in Greenland uncovered a colony of ancient nematodes, microscopic worms, frozen for tens of thousands of years. When thawed, some of them came back to life, wriggling in their petri dishes as if awakening from a dreamless slumber. The discovery raised profound questions about the boundaries of life and death, and whether similar organisms could exist elsewhere in the universe, waiting for the right conditions to emerge. Each of these discoveries, from prehistoric murder victims to long-lost machines, from enigmatic artifacts to resurrected life forms, shares a common thread. The ice is both a tomb and a time capsule, preserving moments both mundane and extraordinary. The chilling backstories behind these finds remind us that our world is far older, stranger, and more mysterious than we often imagine. As the planet's glaciers recede and ancient ice melts at an unprecedented rate, new secrets are being revealed each year. Some may rewrite history, others may simply deepen the enigma, but all serve as stark reminders of the relentless passage of time and of the stories, sometimes tragic, sometimes wondrous, that await discovery beneath the frozen surface. In the end, the strangest things found in ice are not just relics of the past, they are windows into the enduring mysteries of the human journey and the world we inhabit.